Here we are in Brightstone, and we've got a lot to do here. But first we need to take out Congregation, so let's get moving. I'm gonna get these guys to kill themselves with this boulder. Grab a free soul. Now let's see how many of these guys we can get with the next boulder. 3, that's pretty good. Okay, snipe the last one. Got a pretty good bow, so even if a lot of them survive, it's not too bad. They die pretty quick. Okay, I'm taking out these guys up here because there's a 5k soul up above that I kind of want. It's pretty useful at this point in the game. It's worth the short detour. Sneak up behind this guy and backstab him. This also prevents him from dropping down and attacking you from behind. And grab the soul. Now don't drop down over here, the fall damage might kill you. It's pretty high up, higher than it looks. Drop down to the left of the ladder instead, and you should be fine. Now it's on to Congregation. We're not going to need the armors there. Free large shard here, grab that. Toss the skull to get through the door. And here we go. The Congregation is a fight that seems very difficult when you first start learning it, but it becomes much easier with practice. Once you learn how the spells work, and once you train yourself to not be greedy, it becomes much more consistent. Free effigy here, which we can sell, and let's go. The trick to the start of this fight is to run through between the pews. Once their attacks are done, comes and kill one of the mages very quickly. And now with one of the mages dead, the fight is much more manageable. So now we're going to be patient, wait for our openings. And just pick off guys wherever we can. Really wish they would separate a bit. Now as you see, they can't turn very quickly when they're shooting, so you can safely run around them if you get the chance, but you won't always. You also need to learn to dodge those lightning bolts. Okay, now we're in good shape. Okay, we're doing fine. And this should be GG. Yep, now it's pretty easy. We have the stone ring, so we can stagger him no matter what he does. So we'll take him out and get out of there. Alright. That went well. We'll get our soul armor back on, and then we'll shoot these last remaining guys with arrows. Don't want to use the rapier for them. They're very short, low to the ground. Rapier attacks usually just whip over their heads, and that can be dangerous. Arrows, on the other hand, will almost always get a headshot, so they'll die in one hit. And there we go. That's the boss fight. But we're not done here. There's still a lot more to do in Brightstone. There's 7 chunks in this area, and we need every single one of them. So let's go get those. First, let's pick up the Ascetic. This is one of the 3 that we need in order to kill the Rotten 4 times. Also pick up this spice just to sell it. And now the first chunk comes from a crystal lizard over there. We're going to take out these mages first so we can get to it safely. And this lizard is the reason why we got 11 strength. With 10 strength, you can't one-shot the lizard with a plunging attack from the Craftsman's Hammer without RTSR. And if we have RTSR, it's hard to survive the fall. So what we're going to do is equip the Ring of Restoration and heal up until we lose RTSR. Now again, because we have 11 strength, we'll still one-shot the lizard. and then we'll end in RTSR, which will set us up for the next lizard. Now it is possible to survive this jump, to have RTSR to start and then still survive, but it's far too close for comfort. So we're not going to risk that. We're just going to heal until we lose RTSR, and then we know we'll survive. Meantime, line up the jump. That should do. And there it is. Okay, so now I know I'll survive, so let's go. And again, if you only have 10 strength, that does not one-shot. And then the lizard might get away from you. You could try to kill that lizard with arrows, but we don't have enough damage to kill him in 2 shots, and we don't have enough stamina for a full 3 shots. So it's tricky. 3 fire resins there, by the way, and a torch, which we might not need. That doesn't hurt. Pick it up, an extra torch. Now here's the lizard that we want RTSR for. This is easy to mess up. We're going to run around, target, swing. There we go. It's easy to miss, have your attack bounce off the wall, or he can sneak away from you. The good news is that lizard is optional, so if he's only worth 6,500 souls, that's it. So you want to take a swing at him, it doesn't hurt to try, but if you miss, don't worry about it, just get on with your run. Once you're done, knock that guy down with the firebomb and pick up chunk number 2, then come back here for chunk number 3. And then we bone out. Alright, now for the next 4 chunks, we're going to need a torch, and we're going to want to heal up. Okay, now here's an anti-Forlorn strat for you. Equip your short sword, get your homeward bones ready to see if you're getting invaded. Forlorn can invade as soon as we hit the sand in the lower area in this next part. So what we're going to do is drop down on the left side and quickly break down a door. This will open up a path so that if Forlorn does invade, we have a way to get around him. Break this down quickly before the spiders beat you to it. They can hit you through the door. They won't attack you directly because I have a torch, but they will attack anything destructible around you, starting with that door. That's why we need to break it before they do. Now since Forlorn is not invading, I don't need to rush through, so I'm going to lure the spiders into the stairwell, where we can safely kill them. There's no destructible objects in here for them to attack, so it's very safe to beat them up here. And there we go. Now I don't have to worry about them. Let's knock this guy down with the firebomb. Grab a free shard. And then we'll finish this guy off with firebombs. You don't really want to get close to these guys. They have some weird hitboxes. So I'm not going to risk it. And we don't need the short sword anymore. It's done its job. So just finish him off with firebombs when he comes around. Now all the enemies are dead. So let's make our way over here for chunk number 4. And now at this point we have a choice to make. We could go into the room in the next area, open the big double doors and go through. There are 4 lightning resins, a 10k soul, and 15 poison arrows in there, all of which would be useful now. But we risk a Forlorn invasion if we go through there. We don't really want to do that. So instead, we're just going to throw a skull here, grab the last 3 chunks, and get out. And there we go. That's Brightstone. We got all 7 chunks, we took out the boss, we got the ascetic, so now it's time to get back to Majula.